Okay, the next thing is to add actually the image. So in order to add the image, all we have to do is select the first div block, give it a class again, and I'm just gonna call it blog post preview image. And then if you go to the settings of this element, you see some dynamic settings which are there because we are currently using a collection list. And you can see you can pull some information from the blog posts. Amongst others, you can get a background image from the blog posts. Let's select this and then select the hero image option, which takes the hero image from our blog post and displays it as the background of this div element. Now the next thing is we want to give it a width of 100% to make sure that the div is stretched out as far as possible, and give it a height of, let's say, 200 pixels. So we can determine the height of the image. Then I want to make sure that we have good background image settings. So I'm just going to scroll down to the backgrounds, image and gradient, and select the plus, and choose again cover, like we did earlier on with the hero section. Now, right now, these blog posts are very narrow, and let's go and change that. In order to change that, we need to give the element above some more styling. So this blog post section link, and actually let me just adjust the name so it's fitting a bit better. Okay, and all we should have to do here is give it a width of 100%. And that's going to stretch it out as far as possible in this grid system. And now we have a good fitting background image preview and a good fitting preview image. So that's all we need to do in order to integrate our image. Let's now add some text as well. So I'm going to take the heading option and drop it into the other div block. And here I'm going to choose the H3 option. And then below, we are going to drop the paragraph again inside this div block, and make sure that we get our text from the summary. And here we need to get our text as the title, and there we go. Now we have our text as well. The thing is, the text right now is blue and has a line below because it's underlined, because this whole thing is wrapped in a div in a div which is a link item, and the standard for links is a blue hyperlink. So let's go about and changing that again. So in order to do that, I'm just going to select the blog post preview. Again, this is the div element that's wrapping all of it. So if we style that div element, we can style everything beneath it as well. And here I'm going to make sure I'm going to select the black column. Sometimes it's getting overwritten. I don't know why. It displayed already black here, and I think we just had to overwrite it again. And then the next thing is I'm going to select style none to remove the underline. And now this looks already a lot better. All right, let's now try to create some more space amongst this text and then wrap everything in a border so that people actually can see the tile. Right now, if you preview it, it's pretty hard to distinguish that this is actually something you can click on. So let's go about doing that. Now, in order to change the text, we have wrapped everything in a div block. So let's select that div block and give it a class as well. Blog preview text wrap. All right. And we could give it some padding of, say, 20 pixels and 20 pixels. Right. So there we go. Let's leave that for the moment. Actually, maybe 10 should be enough. So, okay, and then let's select the blog preview link again and wrap this whole thing inside with a border. I think that could improve visibility a lot. And now we can already see that these are units, these are tiles that belong together. However, they are of unequal size. Depending on the size of the text, the height of the tile changes. So let's fix that and give everything a standard height. How about 450 pixels? That should fit quite neatly. Everything, even longer text can fit in here. We have even some more room if you have even more text. And let's preview this. Now this is already quite okay. I don't like the border color and how these borders look right now. So let's go about and change that. And in order to change that, let's actually remove the border again. I'm going to set that to style none and instead give it some shadow. And let's just increase the blur a bit. There we go. Let's preview this again. And now it's already pretty visible that these are tiles which you can click on. You should increase the spacing between them a bit and here a bit, but otherwise I think they look already pretty decent. Let's do that. And in order to increase the space between these different grid items, I have to select the collection list and hit this little red thing on the top, and then we can increase the gap between them. Let's increase that to 40 pixels. 40 pixels. There we go. This already looks better. I think we can even increase the space here and here a bit more. So let's give the collection list maybe a margin of 20. Rename this whole thing to blog preview collection list, and then increase this There we go. This looks already better. I think there could still be some more space here, but otherwise I am pretty okay with that. Also, maybe we can increase that space slightly. So again, let's select this whole thing and make sure to edit the grid. And maybe let's also increase this to 60 pixels. Not sure if this margin is working here. No, this is not working. Then we have to apply the styling to this section heading. I'm just going to add. So as you can see, I added a third class here just in order to create some more spacing here without affecting the other section headings. Because if I would have added some more spacing directly onto the blog posts, it would have overwritten this for the other section headings. And here I'm happy with this spacing. Let's take a look. And there we go. This looks already pretty decent. Now the users can click on here and then they will get redirected to the relevant page. However, we haven't designed the relevant page yet. That's something we can do in a second. Let's go back. I'm going to go back home. And yeah, so we have added our preview section and it's linked dynamically. As soon as we upload another blog post is going to appear here. And I just want to make sure that there are never more than 4 blog posts in this preview section. So let's just make sure of that. And for that, I'm going to go to the settings of this collection list. And I'm going to limit items. And I'm going to limit it to 4 items. So they're always just going to be the 4 most recent items. The 4 most recent blog posts are going to be previewed here. All right, that's it for this section for the moment.